All right. Hey guys, Jake Nicolle here. Today we are looking inside Travis Barker's incredible Calabasas, California home.
Hey D, I'm Travis Barker. We're in Calabasas, California. Welcome to my home.
First, did you guys see that suit this guy's wearing? Full leather in the summer. I mean, man, talk about making a statement. All right, right off the intro, love the whole feel. Love the big open spaces. I'm seeing some kind of like Spanish revival meets modern minimalist type home. Looks amazing. The plaster, the detail, the archways, the big doors with lots of glass. This is totally the kind of house that I would go for, and I love right away that it appears to be just a one-story home. The cool thing about one-story homes, bungalows, is that if you have a big sprawling bungalow like this, you can get huge ceiling height because you don't have to build on top of it. So let's check it out.
So this is my living room. The vibe of this room and my house really was just like zen. When I come home from long tours or long nights at the studio, just a place to rest my head. And this room is also
tons of cool artifacts. Look at how this guy uses the art in his home, but like really nice. There's the stool over here on the left. There's this big giant tree with a big, very kind of like modern looking basin that it's in, which almost looks like a big tree trunk itself. And then he's got all these cool artifacts. This is a vibe right away. I really like it.
Raymond Pettibone and Wes Lang. Raymond Pettibone like created the Black Flag bars along with many other cool punk rock graphics. I like to do a lot of phone calls in here, photo shoots, turn the fireplace on and chill.
Oh, love this space. So number one, that's definitely not the art that I would ever put in my house, the very kind of like skulls, and it's Travis Barker though, so I respect it, I get the style. Really big fan of the minimal way that all of these lines come together. Look at this fireplace, how it doesn't have a mantle around it. The plaster on the fireplace almost just curves. It looks like it's actually got curves that you can see at the base, at the top, to just make this almost look like negative space all of a sudden. There's a black fireplace, love that. Love the really clean lines of the integrated millwork with the bookshelf. You know, you're hiding outlets down there. You've got these beautiful stools. Man, this is like exactly the style I'd go for.
This used to have a wall with windows, and Waldo Fernandez decided to knock it down and just create doors that open and you could see.
Wow, that backyard view is stunning. All the hedges, remember, this is an area where this guy wants his privacy. So big giant hedges to cover up from the neighbors, tree, lots of landscaping. You can see a fence way up there in the distance to give you a scale of the size of the property and how he's enclosed it to give him that private space. And then the way that these doors are integrated straight down into the floor like that to create that space where it feels like the indoor and the outdoor flow seamlessly between each other. And when you open it up, like your house is just spreading out into nature. It's stunning.
So I bought this house about 16 years ago. When I bought it, the way it was designed wasn't my favorite, but my kids learned how to ride bikes in this house.
That was another example right there, if I go back just a little bit, another example of that fireplace being set up so that it just kind of recesses in to the wall right there. Like just super, super cool design they went with, and love all the archways, love the layout of this, super, super cool.
I do like to entertain. We have like friends and guests over for dinner, but I also don't like too many people in my home because...
Really cool trend. So now we're in a dining space, and the goal of the dining room is what? It should be about food and conversations, which means that you actually want a fairly, from my perspective, simplistic space where there's not a lot of distractions. You don't have a whole bunch of artwork up. You don't have a whole bunch of pieces. You can see they've really utilized things like beautiful plants in the background, very simple palettes and color tones, natural woods. It feels like if you were to sit here with friends, not only is the space beautiful, but because of the kind of cozy use of colors, tones, and a lack of a bunch of stuff in the background, you're gonna be focused on each other and focused on conversations. So this is a beautiful dining room, and I absolutely love this pendant light that is just that spotlight, like tubular single light that's gonna cast light dimly down on the table. I think that's really pretty.
It is where I go to just get like peace of mind and relax, and I'm never here. So when I am here, I wanna make it count. All right, so this is my kitchen, and this is my fiance.
Beautiful kitchen. Okay, I think they're about to have a moment here. I love that she's just waiting for him on the kitchen island. It's hilarious. She's like, you're filming a video with AD? Dude, I gotta be in it. This is my house too. What I love right away looking at this kitchen is he's kept everything very modern, minimalist. That hardware, you can tell in the kitchen, is super high end. I can imagine what it would feel like. It would have that iron, very kind of like gritty industrial feel. And then he softened the kitchen by having the white and black, but the whites and the blacks have texture, which helps the kind of sterile, almost like piano key type vibe turn into a cozier, more modern farmhouse. This giant range fan that looks like it's almost clad with some kind of stone looking material while also looking industrial is super cool. The backsplash, you can see the texture. You can't see it as much with the kitchen island, but the kitchen island space, the scale of the kitchen with the tall ceilings and tall cabinetry looks awesome. Super, super cool space.
Maybe.
Yeah, I was talking about it was coming.
This matcha that you made me, your famous matcha.
I actually make the best matcha.
Now, I knew that Travis Barker was a matcha fan. As a matter of fact, if you want to learn more about Travis Barker and what kind of gifts you should get him if you go over, check out this little thing we did where we talked about the best gifts that you could possibly bring and the worst gifts you could bring to somebody's house. I maybe mentioned Travis Barker in here in his matcha obsession.
Why don't you show the little matcha station?
One of my favorite things is like this matcha station over here where I have everything. Cinnamon, I have
This video sponsored by matcha.
nutmeg, I have cacao. You know, I can heat up tea really quick. And my kitchen used to look a lot different. There actually used to be a wall here.
I love that. It's like, babe, why don't you go show them like your matcha setup that you left out so you could talk about matcha for the next 5 minutes on this video.
That just had an archway where you could like walk through. These windows were
And Kourtney just, I think that's her name, I don't even know which Kardashian it is, just casually half naked in the back sitting on the island like as if.
like this. It was more like a wall with selected windows.
So there's that view again. We're seeing big use of archways, rounded sections, rounded corners, that view into the backyard. We can see even further how much privacy is there, how they've really used the green space and making everything just really big and open with those massively shaped windows. Also, you'll notice the use of the white and black contrasting to really show where the outdoor spaces begin with those hard black lines. It helps your eyes visually separate the indoor from the outdoor, the entrances from the actual interior of the house. Really, really cool.
Extra ping pong balls because we lose them all the time. I'm a big collector of BMX bikes. Most of my BMX bikes are at my studio because I have about 25 of them. But these two,
25 BMX bikes. This guy's just collecting BMX bikes. So super cool, I get it. My background, in case you didn't know, I was actually a professional drummer before. I was also really into skateboarding, and BMX is like the rivalry with skateboarding, but it's in the same vein, just like you might have guitarists making fun of drummers. It's the same world. It's like that hardcore sports world. So really cool to see what he's collecting. And this games room is really fun, right? He's got ping pong tables happening. He's got really cool like knickknacks that people have given him. This looks like a super cool space to just hang out. And he's also got this really cool bar setup that you can see in the background over there. And they're blurring something out. I wonder what they're blurring out. I've got no idea. But really, really cool space. Love it. Looks like a ton of fun. And I'm pretty sure that this bike is like solid 24 karat gold or something crazy, which is insanity. And it means that bike's probably like 20 to 40 grand or something ridiculous.
all right, so this is my home.
Cue the intro with just the stick twirling, eh? They're like, Travis, so we're gonna be in your music room. Could you maybe just like twirl your sticks as we start the shots? Hilarious. Love the space here. Again, because this is a big sprawling bungalow, he's likely tucked this room somewhere off on the other side of the house. It allows there to be a ton of space between it. There's no one above him. He can just make noise here at night, hang out, use the space. It's super cool. This is right away where I'd be like, yo, Travis, man, let's go hang out in your music room. Let's play some drums.
During quarantine, I built this. I did all my recording remotely from here. Wrote like Bloody Valentine here, wrote most of Jaden's album here, played on everybody's album here.
Also, imagine just being Travis Barker's neighbor and like you're across the street from him and you're like having your lunch break and you can look through this window right there and see Travis Barker's bald head there just ripping the drums. You're like, how cool is that, man? I love it. And clearly he's a multi-instrumentalist. He's got all the other guitars there. Or maybe that's just for other people stopping by. So that's super, super cool, but I'm pretty sure he plays it all. And look at this, man, a theater next. So big movie theater. Really love their choice and style in minimal everything. You can see the furniture's minimal. These couches are minimal. They did a pop of green, but it's like that flat, very earthy green. So the only color colors are neutral. Really cool vibe throughout the Barker residence. I'm a fan, I like it a lot. And let's skip to the primary. This is what I wanna see now. So here's the primary bedroom, let's check it out.
This is my bedroom. This is where I rest my head and sleep. When I want to entertain in this room, I have the ability to turn on my fireplace with this handy remote. It's apparently very upset with me right now. So.
Cool, really cool theme throughout this whole house with these fireplaces. I'm really also thankful, Travis, that you didn't say this is where the magic happens when you introduce your bedroom like everybody does. So really, really cool space. Again, the use of these kind of like half circle spaces with the windows. This one has even further privacy with the big, it looks like giant palm branch trees outside and like maybe some elephant ear plants, like just some big stuff to cast shade on the room, give it privacy, invite the outdoor indoor with the space. They've also got the light hardwood flooring, which looks beautiful. And then it almost looks like there's maybe some sound paneling in this room just to give it that cozy audio feeling as well, where in case you guys didn't know, a lot of high-end homes, they'll use fabrics, they'll use different things along the wall to help reduce the noise. You know, when you're in a brand new house and if you don't have a lot of stuff in the room and you clap, you get that echo. This helps capture that noise so that when the clap, the audio waves hit the wall, it just acoustically is called treating the room. It's acoustic treatment. That's gonna make this space much quieter at night. If people are shuffling around, there isn't noise bouncing around. If there's other things going on in the bedroom, everything's just a little bit quieter. Really beautiful space with the TV up there, even though I'm not a big proponent of having a TV in your room. It's cool for like a date night, you're hanging out, you're just being lazy. And this fireplace, again, with those almost invisible edges to the fireplace, huge fan of that. All around, big win with this property. Last thing I wanna see is the ensuite if they're gonna show it. Love the walk-in. Look at this guy with all of his t-shirts, man. That's enough t-shirts to wear a new t-shirt every day for the rest of your life. Oh my gosh. And this is just his closet. They're probably not gonna show hers. They're gonna like reserve that for her edition. And then they didn't show the ensuite. So maybe their ensuite's not that impressive. Maybe their ensuite's just really chill.
Or a picture with them, I'm usually sitting right here. At night, I love the fireplace on. There was once a time where I'm sitting here with my dogs and a tarantula ran across the ceiling and like scared.
Oh my gosh, you imagine you're chilling outdoor. I would actually fully exit California. That's enough of a reason right there that I would be done. I'd be like, you know what? This has been great. I've loved Calabasas. My house is now for sale. Anybody who's interested, and I'm getting the heck out of here. Man, as soon as I hear tarantulas, like, doesn't matter how nice this place is, the idea of one of those like landing on my face in my sleep, it's over with. I'm done. I'm moving out. Oh, this has been an awesome video. Let's wrap up, guys. Just kidding. We'll finish it. But man, let me tell you.
The crap out of me. It was one of the scariest things, and I've never seen a tarantula move like that. I also like cooking like vegan hot dogs and burgers out.
Also love the way he's just like, yeah, I've never seen a tarantula move like that. And let's move on to my grill. Like, dude, what happened? Did you kill it? Did you run away? Like, what the frick do? You just keep going out in your backyard? Like, every day for the rest of my life, I'd check underneath the pillows. I'd be traumatized, man. I wouldn't even want to check. I'd just like hit the pillows and hope that I'm killing whatever's back there, man. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see the rest of this backyard.
So this is my backyard and my swimming pool. So when I remodeled the house, I never touched the pool. And I remember when I moved in and I was like, oh, the pool looks like a hotel pool or something. Like the whole house kind of had that vibe. Bama, you learned how to swim in this pool. Yeah, will you show everyone what swimming is? So all my kids learned how to swim in this pool.
Okay, so I love this backyard. I love the fact that this backyard is just this big space. They haven't busied it with too many things. You can see they've got like a nice area to just sit, have some coverage from the weather, but then all this privacy, which we've been talking about all throughout this video. This feels like a spa. It feels like your own little oasis back here, which I love. And then the use of stone, the grass space, everything about it looks awesome. You can see how big the property line is again with the fence way up there. So you just feel like you're kind of enclosed and covered. I really like that. The curb appeal of this home is exceptional. It's got that Spanish revival style vibe going on that they have totally modernized. They've got that white stone throughout that they've made the grout with the stone all blend in so it looks like it's just one big seamless piece of stone. Oh, and then we've got the garage. So we gotta watch the garage first, but backyard, 10 out of 10 backyard. This looks like a great hang, tons of privacy, huge amount of backyard space. You can see the property just keeps going. Now let's check out this garage.
This is a Buick Grand National GNX.
What a guy. Okay, first off, everything is in Travis Barker fashion. The fact that did we talk about the fact he's wearing leather, full leather, and he's still touring around his house? Like, you know this guy's sweating underneath this just for the sake of fashion. So, fashion over comfort, thank you, Travis. Now, looking at his garage here, everything is murdered out. In case you don't know what murdered out is, just every little piece of chrome that can be black with the exception of this Grand Am with those little, part of the rim, everything is just murdered out, blacked out. Not my style for sure, because it looks like super gothic and intense, but he's murdered out everything. And you know what? If you saw Travis Barker driving a Cadillac, you'd expect it to be murdered out. So everything's looking amazing. He's starting with this Grand Am, which is crazy. And obviously this is a special car to him. It probably means a ton. It's probably the car that he grew up as a kid wishing he could have and could never afford. And by the time he could afford it, it's like super old and not cool, but it probably means a bunch to him. I'm just projecting, I've got no idea. But then look at this giant Mercedes. Super, super cool. That thing looks like you could be running away from Mad Max at the end of the world and like everything's happening. That's the vehicle you want to be in. That's the apocalypse vehicle right there. Super sick. You can see the floodlights on top, which is amazing. Again, this is murdered out. Every piece of chrome is blacked out. Everything from like the front grille to like the wheel wells, everything's blacked out. Even like the shocks in there are the only touch of red. So super, super cool. And then he's got the Cadillac, of course. What else? He's a huge Cadillac guy. I think he's actually got a tattoo of the Cadillac symbol on his body, in case you didn't know that. So Travis is all in on Cadillac permanently. And then he's got the Rolls Royce over there. And that is their new SUV. I have seen this in person. It's a crazy vehicle. The first time I saw it I was in Miami and I was like, what am I looking at? Like I'd never seen it yet or hadn't even heard about it. Saw it over there. And this is very much a luxury vehicle, the highest end. It's the most expensive car in his collection, guaranteed, and really, really beautiful. So guys, this has been fun. Thanks for hanging out with me and checking out Travis Barker's incredible sprawling bungalow with the Kardashians. So all kinds of fun. Now, if you're enjoying this video and you want to check out more like this, all you need to do is click the link over here where we tour all kinds of celebrities' home, like David Dobrik's $12 million mansion, a whole bunch of cool things that I love and hate about a bunch of these celebrity houses that you need to go check out. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and go watch these. Seriously, you're gonna have tons of fun. Jake Nicolle signing out. Cheers. Click it. Have you not clicked yet? Just go ahead, click it. Click it.